time. But thank you, Jane. What a great introduction, and it's just my pleasure to be here. I love my Micro Daily family, and that's what we're here on a Thursday night, 1st of June, going through an educational opportunity. We'll keep this short, but it's so important that everybody really understand. First of all, let me get spotlighted. Understand that we are going to have an open discussion. We're going to be very honest and frank, and there for you to ask questions of. In order for us to be able to speak openly like this and talk about it, we have to protect ourselves legally. And so, if you'll bear with me, I'm going to take just a moment and pull up here onto the screen with me our disclaimer statement. And so, if you don't mind just following along with me, these statements and comments have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This information is for educational purposes only and includes information on recent advances in research on micronutrients. Engage, the micronutrient company, does not claim that our products diagnose, treat, cure, heal, or prevent any disease or injury. Engage's products do, however, address our deficiencies and provide our bodies with the nutrition we are lacking. Nothing here is intended to be a substitute for treatment or a visit to your primary healthcare provider. So that having been taken care of, what I'd like to do is hold up this booklet for just a moment. This is available to anyone who is on this call tonight. You can request a hard copy like I'm holding up in front. There's 36 pages worth. Or we can, with that, here, let me do this. With this, we can also send a digital version of it to you. The reason that we provide this is because of the purpose. That's what differentiates us between every other supplement company that's out there, is there was a purpose behind the creation of this supplement. You can see right here in this paragraph, I've highlighted, it says, not just to protect, but also to sustain our troops. The U.S. military asked Dr. Kedar Prasad, PhD, the world's foremost expert on micronutrition and supplementation, to develop a supplement that could provide a singular daily source of nutritional defense and nourishment for U.S. troops. So what came out of that is this package that I'm pointing to right here. That is the original military issue package. I bet you didn't realize that this was available. In fact, here is a timeline that from a historical perspective provides proof that not only did this go out to the military, but our tax dollars were at work in providing this to the soldiers. So really amazing when you can understand that we have this kind of proof, and then we also have access to the world's foremost expert on micronutrition and supplementation, and that is the man behind Micro Daily, Dr. Kedar Prasad. So very, very happy that we have all this information. We have access to it. There's 36 pages. If you go to the very back page of this booklet, you can see that one page in from it is just several of Dr. Prasad's published books. These are the book covers, and then we will get to it. But tonight, I'm going to talk about the proof behind all of this. Dr. Prasad's science sets a new standard in supplement efficacy validation, and we will go through some of those things. But before we really get into the products, I would like to, people don't want to know how they work. They just want to know if they work. And Lem mentioned here in the chat, he says, Hazel wants to know more about the products. We're going to get into the entire suite of products, and that's this group of products. But first off, I'd like to share with you an experience that a doctor out in Hollywood, California is having. She is a doctor to a lot of the movie stars. And let me just share this video with you. This is some of her experiences with these incredible products. So here she is. This is Dr.
Daily Hydro and the Micro Daily EMS. And within every bit of 10 minutes, she was able to really kind of run around her living room but no shortness of breath on exertion, which was wonderful. And she has been feeling good ever since. That's the key. Just this week, I gave the micro daily because I didn't have any of the brain boost with me. But I saw a patient who he had had a stroke about 4 years ago. So he took the micro daily, and the micro daily, I had him do both because of his severity of his limitations from the stroke. And then I put him into a hyperbaric. But anyway, he had never, even though he had did that before, never finished everything. And within 30 minutes, he didn't even need his cane. It was just that fast, and had not been for the micro daily working on the system the way it was formulated, getting into the cell tissue the way it was. And we had to keep in mind, we're only as healthy as our cells. And it got into the cell tissue, and it really helped him to accelerate his healing. He said his mind felt clear. His memory, he was a different person in 30 minutes, because some of the symptoms people are having now and I'm going to say this because I'm almost 100% certain this is 5G. They're having problems with burning in the top of their head and burning in their spine. So every day I'm getting more and more. Today, I was at the office and received 3 calls where people have had strokes. And I'm getting more and more. And these are people who have not been on the micro daily, who have started on it. They're starting to order today. But the people I've seen so far, especially, I was so taken back with the process of how people were starting to heal based on the COVID. Now, these are people who were at home very ill, which I didn't go to their house. I said, I'm going to take it to your house, tie the sample pack on the doorknob. And in 48 hours to 72 hours, their recovery time was shortened and they felt great. 2 of the patients went and were retested. They went and had a test again, and they test negative, and they had already tested positive. And they were on the micro daily EMF for less than 4 days and test negative. So cardiac palpitation, actually, I was having this. I didn't say it earlier, but I was having some palpitation. And since I've been taking the micro daily, I'm not bothered with this at night. No more palpitation. I'm going to repeat basically my own EKG and echo because I want to see what it's like since I've been on the micro daily. And then I'm going to report it. But I know it's 100% better because of the way I feel. I have been in a coma twice. So these are things that I make sure that I take care of my own self. But I've seen such improvement without taking, so many different companies of other pills. I have it all formulated in one. And what I've seen here lately with patients have been incredible. From the COPD, from respiratory, from asthma, from heart conditions, from cardiac palpitation, from the COVID. And these are people who were very ill. They actually told me they didn't think they were going to live through the night. And they did. And they recovered. And they tested negative. So I'm so excited. I've had a long day, so I seem to come on after I had a long day.
Yeah. And so there's not how it works. That is it working. And Dr. Lee just has described several scenarios where she has become a believer and knows the power of these products. So grateful to be able to share that with everybody tonight. And maybe that gave us a rabbit trail to go down. Any of those things that she mentioned, we could look further into it and explore some of those things. But what I'd like to do is I put up all of our products here just a little bit ago. Let me just go with our top 5. So if you're looking at this picture, the micro daily EMF is what Dr. Lee was running around with sample packs and tying them onto people's door handles. That's the red label bottle towards the right-hand side there at the back. It says enhanced formula. That was the original military formula that has been enhanced or upgraded with 4 additional ingredients. Dr. Prasad has filed a patent on that formulation as well because it protects us from non-ionizing radiation. The initial product that went out to the military has a patent on ionizing radiation. And I think my very next favorite product, in addition to the microdaily EMF, would be the green label bottle there. It says Probiotic Boost. In fact, we will see that that label actually change, and it'll say Probiotic Daily, because just like the tub of collagen, that pink tub there, it says collagen peptides, that truly is a daily product. And so, like Dr. Lee said, she had spent on numerous different supplements from other companies, and it was difficult for her to put together the very best recipe. Well, Dr. Prasad has done it for us. Microdaily EMF, the Probiotic Daily, and the Collagen Daily. Those are our top 3 products. You can add to that the Brain Boost and the Eye Boost as you want to take care of those particular issues in your body. The reason that those are separate from the others and called a boost product is just because that's what it is. It's a boost for your system, but only as you're wanting the boost in that area. So that's our product line. We're so fortunate to have access to Dr. Prasad. One of the things that I'd like to point out here just briefly before I just open it for questions is in the disclaimer. When I pulled up that disclaimer and I was reading through it, there is that sentence. It's the second one into it that says this information is for educational purposes only and includes recent advances in research on micronutrients. The reason that that particular statement is so profound are Dr. Prasad's recent, he's educating doctors. I just pull this up here quickly. This is evidence that discovery of alpha-tocopherol succinate as a cancer treatment led to the development of methods to potentially improve the efficacy of cancer therapy. And that's our very own Dr. Kedar M. Prasad. I want you to look at the date that this was published. This is the 3rd of February, 2023. So just about 90 days ago, Dr. Prasad is publishing articles about micronutrients and recent advances in micronutrients. The world is just learning about them, but if you take our bottle here, the microdaily enhanced formula, microdaily EMF, you can see right here on the label, as you come down, it says vitamin E, alpha-tocopherol succinate. So that is our vitamin E succinate that has been in this product since it was originally developed for the military. It's just now the world is waking up to the fact that this does have significant benefits for well, you can see that last article in cancer treatment. So Jane, we're 20 minutes into the call.
I just want you to comment, because one of the things that people hear, they hear how great our products are. They hear what phenomenal results that people are getting. But I want everybody on the call to just have a basic understanding as why are our products so effective and why are they different than what you can buy from Piggly Wiggly, Walmart, Whole Foods, Publix, Myers, etc. What makes our products distinctively different?
Let's do that. Okay. It has to be, it starts out with why they were developed, the purpose that was behind it. And let me just pull up on my screen several of the pages included in this document. And that's exactly part of the story. And that's why we put it out there for people to take a look at it. Let me go to I'll come to the science booklet. it's just open to the page on CBD right now. But let me go to this page right here where it talks about what's inside. That the vitamin E succinate, that third ingredient down there, activates NRF2, crosses the blood-brain barrier, nourishes and protects the brain, protects against excessive glutamate-induced cell death throughout the body. So this is amazing that we have access to this, but it's more than just what's in there, it's what's not in there, and I'm going to get to that in the very next page. It's important that we dose twice a day. Look at the paragraph there on the right-hand side. It says twice daily dosing. Dr. Prasad's research revealed that 2 times per day dosing maximizes the effectiveness of micronutrients and supplementation. Who's told you that before? Nobody. In fact, there's supplement companies out there that their entire marketing plan is around 1 a day plus iron. And it is just not the way to approach nutritional supplement for this reason. I'm going to continue reading in that paragraph. It says research shows that dosing once a day may cause high fluctuations in antioxidant levels in your body that may markedly alter gene expression and increase the chance of cell mutation. I don't know about you, but I don't want cells mutating just because I'm only taking my vitamins once a day. And that's why all of Dr. Prasad's formulas are based on a twice a day dose. It is important. And then if we advance one more page beyond that, it has to do with the seal, the CQF standard. It's a seal that is on every one of Dr. Prasad's products. C is the right combination, Q is the right quantity, and F is the right form of all of the ingredients. And let me just give you one aspect of that having to do with the combination. Over on the right-hand side, it says never combine vitamin C with copper, manganese, or iron. The paragraph continues, Dr. Prasad's products do not combine vitamin C with copper, manganese, or iron in the same capsule. Scientists have known for many years that combining these ingredients causes a chemical reaction that creates free radicals, which are the enemies of our health. If you need to take iron, take it 2 hours before or after taking Micro Daily. So there we have, Jane, one of those reasons why we've just been educated, why we know better now than to take iron and include it in the same capsule that vitamin C is in. And that reaction is rusting, and that rust happens immediately. So if your supplements that are not the Micro Daily line of products have a combination of vitamin C and iron in the same capsule, look at that. And as Dr. Prasad describes it, it's just bad science. Anybody with even a high school understanding of science knows that those two elements are going to react to each other, the vitamin C being very acidic and the iron being a metallic, and that oxidation or rust that's going to occur immediately. Same thing with copper, same thing with manganese. Dr. Prasad also says you do not need to supplement all of the heavy metals that so many others say they feel like they have to put everything and the kitchen sink into it. So no molybdenum, no zirconium, none of these heavy metals need to be supplemented daily. So that shows you a little bit of difference, but then we can go to the studies. This is that page that I was holding up with the booklet. We can reference the animal studies supporting Micro Daily. First one being the fruit fly tumor study. This was done in association with NASA at Moffett Field, California. This is north of San Francisco. And they're dealing with fruit flies. Fruit flies were able to ingest the entire Micro Daily formulation. And you can imagine the size of a fruit fly, and imagine these are not just ground up herbs in capsules. And that's another distinct difference that we have. These are micronutrients at the molecular structure in not only size, but also in combination. We've got the rabbit radiation internal organ protection study that was done and also in association with NASA, but this was down at Houston, Texas at the Johnson Space Center. Once again, proof that these products in a single dose, 1 hour before a lethal dose of gamma radiation produced the difference that you're seeing there in the pictures. This is recovered lung tissue from 2 separate rabbits. One of them received the placebo in its last meal 1 hour before the radiation event. The other one received the antioxidants in microdaily 1 hour before it received a lethal dose of radiation. Even though both rabbits perished during the autopsy, they extracted the lung tissue, and this was the difference in protection that these rabbits were able to achieve with a single dose 1 hour before a lethal dose of radiation. Then we have the human clinical trials, and we can go through all of those, but it's amazing that we have access to this. All of this data and information and proof was provided to the U.S. Patent Office. And today, Microdaily, Dr. Prasad's products that have his name at the top of all of the patents and his name and seal on all of the products are protected here by 7 U.S. patents and 5 more that are pending. It's not just formulation patents that protect us from somebody copying it. These are functional patents that demonstrate how effective it is when it comes to situations like treatment of diabetes, micronutrient formulations for pulmonary and heart health, micronutrient formulations for hearing health, and the Veterans Ultimate Complete formulations dealing with PTSD. So amazing that we have access to all of this. It is different. It's different than anything else that exists out on the market today. And it also has gone through what's called IRB certification, stating that it will not contraindicate with any prescription medication. And I ask, is there any other supplement out there on the market that has gone through that rigorous testing? And I can answer that no. It's too expensive to do that. And, there's other products out there that have a certification for athletes, but this actually has IRB certification that it will not contraindicate with any prescription medication. And what a blessing that is for us and those that are consuming our products and able to take this information to their doctors. It's all right here, 36 pages worth of proof, and something that all doctors should be made aware of. So thank you, Jane.
Yes, and I just want to say to those that are listening, that brochure that he used, you all get it when you sign up as an affiliate. It comes in your package. It's also in your back office. You can download it. It's also on your app, on your phone app. When you send the information on your phone app to people, it comes with your name, your phone number, your ID number, and your email address. So the information that he's sharing is something that you can share one-on-one with people, as well as in a small group, or as well as on a Zoom presentation like this. Are there any particular conditions that anyone would like to hear about? Do you have some concern or loved one that's suffering and you want to know if other people with that condition have gotten benefit? But to sum up what Jeff said, which is absolutely amazing, this is the most validated, studied, scientifically studied, validated product on the planet. I want you to hear that. This product has 7 patents. Amazing. Okay. This product was done with both animal trials and human trials. Because of its association with the government and NASA, they were able to do that. And the 3 things that have to be present for a person to become diseased is oxidative stress, chronic inflammation, and nutritional deficiency. And this is the only product on the planet that addresses all 3 of the basic causes of disease at one time. I want you to hear that. So this product addresses nutritional deficiency because it's putting back in your body what's missing from food. It addresses oxidative stress, and it addresses chronic inflammations. Those are the 3 preconditions that need to be present for anyone to get diseased or sick or have a health challenge. So that's one of the things that makes it so unique. I just asked Beth if she could speak. And I just like, Beth, would you just give not just your testimony, but 2 of the more dramatic testimonies that you've experienced sharing these products with people. Beth is my upline. She is, let me introduce her. Has owned a health food store. She's a serial entrepreneur. She's owned a restaurant, franchises. She's an amazing person. She's giving. She knows a lot about health and nutrition, and she's been very helpful in getting me going in the business, and I really appreciate it. Beth, tell us 2 of your more dramatic testimonies.
Well, I want to say the first one was with my mom when she had 35 pounds of fluid on her. And this is when we first met Jeff, and we used 6 packs of Hydro a day, and we used 9 capsules of the Micro Daily EMF. And, you know, that's been 2 years now, and she's never put that fluid back on. So that was a real dramatic, because she was in such a situation with all that fluid. Another one I would say would be myself. You know, I couldn't even deal with airplanes flying high in the sky. It would make me have a reaction, like a convulsion. And when I met Jeff 2 years ago, you know, I have taken so many products over the years that were really good, but nothing helped me with this electromagnetic situation that I have been dealing with for the last 14 years. So for me to be able to fly to Jamaica, fly to California, fly to Texas, and not have any type of reaction is just a pure testimony on how great this product really does restore the damaged DNA and cellular structure of the body. I'm gonna have to mute a minute. There's a blower coming near me.
So Beth's situation was, she was in her backyard and they sprayed some chemicals over her in the area, and you know, and it got in her system, and she had to live in a dark room for 2 years, or she couldn't handle any light. Everything made her swell, everything made her blow up. She couldn't leave her room, she couldn't do her business. She went to 14, 15 different specialists around the world trying to get them to address her condition. And they just, even though they were specialists at this, they could do nothing to help her. So she just kept searching and searching. And eventually she attracted Jeff and Helen into her life, who introduced her to this product. And she's doing everything. She's flying around. She can go to hotel. She couldn't even go to places. She couldn't even be around most people because everything made her sick, go into spasms and seizures and retching. It was dreadful. So when she tells people that this product works, you can imagine how powerful that is. So Beth, why do you recommend that people get on supplements, or why do you recommend that they get on this group of supplements?
Well, I recommend because, for one, it's in the right form, quantity, combination. It's perfectly designed for the body. And, you know, as we get older, the reason why we have the breakdown in the body is because our cells get depleted of micronutrients. So, you know, that's the aging effect for all of us. Also, because there is nobody immune to 5G today or radiation. I mean, it's everywhere. It's in the atmosphere. So we're all on cell phones, we're all on computers, and there's no way around it. So this protects, but it also restores damaged DNA. So that's why I say everybody should be on this product, period.
And how many people in these 2 years have you put on the product, Beth?
I've put probably about 300 and something people in. Okay.
I just wanted people to hear that. And if you have any questions about anything that's been said, is there any particular product you want to learn more about, or want to know how it functions, this is the time to ask. We've got just a couple more minutes before we're going to end the call. This is the time for questions, answers, or comments. Any comments about anything that you've heard? No questions, no comments. There's no additional video that you'd like to see, no particular testimony that you, oh, somebody has their hand up here. Who is this? Roberta, yes, please unmute yourself and speak. Robert T, please, wherever you are. Unmute
Yes, ma'am.
yourself.
Can you hear me?
We hear you fine. Please give us your comment or question.
Okay, the comment is, I guess it's a comment. I've been in different organizations or health-based product companies. And so for me specifically, high blood pressure. Those products were helping with high blood pressure. Then somewhere along the line, the legal aspect came in, and where they had conflict or whatever. So what they end up doing is reducing the potency of a particular product. So this one happened to be a juice, which I loved. So I guess my question in short would be this: with everything that goes on with the products associated with Engage Global, is there, you may not know the answer to this question, but what are the chances of those types of lawsuits then being lodged against Engage Global, and then them having to then reduce themselves in terms of the proficiency or the benefits of the products?
Great question.
Then,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, finish.
Very good
Let
question.
Jeff answer that. Jeff, please answer that.
Yeah, well, Robert, thank you. Fantastic questions. You're thinking ahead, and apparently you've had experience like this before, because of the patents, because that patent is protecting a formula, because of the government's involvement initially, because of who Dr. Prasad is and what he has done. It's important that you understand that these products have existed that long. They are in clinical use. There has not been any issues. And the way that these combined micronutrients work is just supplementing the nutrition that our body is missing. And so we're very, we don't make medical claims. We don't go out there and put ourselves in harm's way by constructing a formula that is targeted towards a certain ailment, like your hypertension or high blood pressure. Most products that are out there on the market, including drugs, are all they're going after a cause and seeking a reaction. So it's a cause reaction type equation, and the difference is the micro daily, it's going in as a support and looking for the body's response. And so if you need assistance, if you need help with hypertension or high blood pressure, that's where your body is going to focus on. But you're taking the exact same formula that somebody who has issues with diabetes, or somebody who has issues with heart disease, or somebody has issues with COPD. We're giving the same formula because that's really the way that our body recognizes it. It is an overall food supplement that just happens to be in the right combination, quantity, and form, and at the molecular structure in size and combination. So we're really protected when it comes to that. And as far as sourcing the ingredients, we've had 10 years of working to find the very best sources for these ingredients, and have identified the right manufacturers that are there supporting Dr. Prasad and his goal to take this out to the whole world. So feel confident and comfortable in that, Robert.
And one of also, Robert, with everything that he said, the United States government, Congress gave Dr. Prasad $12.5 million to create and study and develop this product. So he has an enormous advantage, and the products are patented. So in addition to that, a private industry gave him $12 million. So this product is the most expensive studied nutritional product in terms of nutrition. So given how it came about, given that it was funded by the government, given that the tests and the studies were done in cooperation with NASA and other divisions of the government, given that it was developed for the military, it wasn't developed for us. It's just, we've got it by de facto. The fact that it was developed for the military with very specific guidelines, you can be assured that this product will be around for as long as you and I need it and longer. If there are no other comments or questions, Jeff, great job.
Yes, may I ask a question, please?
Please, this is the time.
Go ahead.
Yes,
Hazel.
on the bottles, it says should be taken with food. I'm wondering if one takes one meal a day, you know, I don't normally eat 3 meals a day, but I would like to take the products more often. How would you recommend that?
Yeah. Hazel, very good question. You need to take the products a minimum of twice a day. So if you're only eating 1 meal a day, the significance of taking it with food is not because it's going to give you a bellyache or it's not going to assimilate properly. It all has to do with the fat soluble micronutrients that exist in the formula. And if you were to take a couple of fish oil capsules at the same time that you're taking this, that's going to be enough oils in your system to help those fat soluble micronutrients be uptaken into the bloodstream. They need to be broken down in the gut. So we have to have some fat in there, whether it's a few nuts or a little bit of yogurt or some coconut oil, or just we need a little bit of fat. So,
And you don't have to eat a full meal. You just want to take it with something.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
yeah, we've got a lot of people that are doing intermittent fasting, and so they don't have their first meal until 2 or 3 in the afternoon. But for breakfast, they're going to have like their coffee with some cream in it, or they're going to have something that just has some fat there. Mm-hmm. But the very best way to do it, and you're not going to break your fast, is a couple of fish oil capsules.
Great, thank you.
And next month we're going to have fish oil. Next month we're going to have our omega-3s, so we don't need to go to any other brands. We'll have them in July.
To that.
Fantastic, right.
Yeah, we all are. Yep.
Robert T.
Okay.
I heard somebody. Okay, go on, Lemuel.
That was my question. I was going to mention that we have an omega-3 coming out soon in the next month or so. So you have that fish oil.
Excellent.
Yep.
Robert, and follow up to your question, we just had William Kennedy join us, and in the last minute, William, will you please give your story about your experience with the product, give your testimony about what the products have done for you and how you use the product, because Robert can hear the answer in terms of how it affects high blood pressure, et cetera.
Yes, thank you. Hello, everybody. Yes, I started using the macrodated products this year, January 7th. And I've been on the product now, I think 150 days. So I have seen great benefits since I've started using the macrodated. I'm still seeing benefits today. When I first started taking the macrodated, I really started taking it for my blood pressure being so high. And also I was doing kidney dialysis. And Lemuel called me and said, William, I think I found a great company that we can use for our benefit to get us off this machine. And I checked into it, joined it. So my blood pressure has been regulating, going up and down a little bit, but it's stabilizing. I just think we have to give the macronutrients time to get in our system so that it can do the things it's going to do. So we just have to be diligent and faithful enough to take the products every day. That's just a requirement. The body needs these nutrients every day. And most of our lives, we have never given ourselves the nutrients. And I know I only have started giving it to myself at 62 years old. So now I've seen great benefits with my blood pressure. It's regulated. I've seen great benefits with my eyesight. My eyesight is getting clearer and clearer every day. I sit outside and I look at the surroundings, and everything is becoming even more clear than it ever been in my life. So I thank God for those benefits and the detox that I was doing for my gut. That gut detox is a benefit to you being healthy. I did not know that until I got on these macro daily products and coming to these meetings right here, just finding out the answers to life, to how to get that health benefit. And my health benefit is coming. I know one day, I think it was in February the 24th at 10 o'clock at night, I was cutting some apples up and I cut my finger. I cut it from one side to the other side because I missed the apple and sliced my finger. But I nicked it in one place. I didn't notice that nick. But when I cut myself, I poured the macronutrients into the cut and I taped it up with a bandage. And the next morning, which was Saturday, I went to dialysis. And I asked the lady after dialysis, because she changed my bandage because I didn't have any more at home. So she said yes. And she took the bandage off and she said, William, there's no cut on your finger. I said, I know I cut my finger last night. Let me see. And there was no cut. It was totally 100% healed up. No scar, no scalp, nothing. Just blood on the bandage. But it healed, that cut healed in 12 hours. The part that I nicked, it healed in 1 month and 16 days later. Wow. That's when it became totally clear. So 1 hour from the cut to 16 days were the parts that got cut that didn't get macronated. So that let me know when I saw that, I said, I know what's going to happen to my kidneys. My kidneys will be healed. So I just got to give it what it needs. So just great benefits. My back, I never hurt my back in my life, but my back has started to stiffen up. My spinal cord has started to tighten up. But after taking the macro daily, my muscles in my back, my spinal cord is lubricated, is flexible, and I have no pain at all in my back. And I just know the macro daily and the vitamins and the blood, the eye boost is bringing my eyesight back. And my mind and my memory is coming back. Things I knew when I was a little boy have come back to my mind. I had forgotten about those things. So I just know it's great things are happening for us when we take the macro daily, keep it in our system, and consistently take it, we will find great benefits. And I had a car wreck, a car accident. A lady ran into the back of the car and I got whiplash back in 2009. For 2009, my right hand and my left hand, the pointer finger and the thumb, both were numb. In about 3 months, the left hand healed up, no numbness. But the right hand from 2009 to 23, has been numb. When I started taking the macro daily, one night I was in the bed and it felt like electricity was going through my fingers. And I just hit it on the bed, just continually hitting it on the bed. But when I woke up that morning, there was no more tingling, no more numbness. There's no numbness in my body now, in my fingers or hand. So just great benefits that I have received with the macro daily. And I just like to just present that to you all to use the product. Keep it in your system and just keep praying to God, because the body is the doctor. God is the healer, but you are the controller. If you don't do what you have to do to give your body what it needs, you'll stay sick. So give your body what it needs so God can bring the healing to your body.
Wow, wow. Will you tell them how high your blood pressure was?
Yes, when I started taking the macro daily, my blood pressure was 280 over 220. They had to put me in the hospital. because my blood pressure was so high. And I stayed in the hospital 6 days because the blood pressure was high for them trying to get it down. So now I know Tuesday when I left dialysis was 135, it was 75. My blood pressure had never been that low.
That's like a monk. That's wonderful.
So I thank God for the healing of the macro daily.
Yes. Well, I just wanted you, particular Hazel and some other new people and Robert, to hear that testimony so that you can share you can, number one, use the product in confidence because it's safe. And I wanted to, right. And I want you to know that you can share it with other people because it's safe. Yes, Sharon phone. Yes, Sharon, please ask your question.
Yeah.
Make your comment. Yes.
I'm not you. I don't know how to break in or nothing like that. So I'm sorry.
No, just jump in.
I want to ask the guy that's on Michael Daily, how long have he been on it? How long has he been using the product?
You mean the person who was just speaking?
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
He right.
I started using the product January the 7th this year, 23. So it's been about 150 days today.
Okay, thank you.
God bless.
I'm wondering, do you still take your blood pressure medication?
I still take it right now. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
I'm waiting to get enough macro daily in my system to lower that down so I don't have to take it at all. And I know it will.
Thank you.
Do he take the eye boost? He was talking about his eyes.
Eye boost and the brain boost also. The Dr. Passad's choice is the one I'm taking.
Okay. Okay, I'm on all of that. Thank you.
Well, I want to thank everybody for coming. I want to thank you, Beth. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you for giving that wonderful testimony and for asking that great question, Robert. We're here to share this information with your network, with your family, your contacts, your community. So we encourage you to invite people to this presentation every Thursday at 7 Eastern time and every Monday at 7 Eastern time. And sometimes it doesn't last this long, but today there was a flow and it was perfect. And whenever Jeff is free to be with us, I think I'd like to take advantage of that and have him for a little longer because he's so busy. He's so busy helping all kinds of people build their business. We are very fortunate to have him, but you have this presentation goes on every Monday. I repeat, same credentials that you used to get in, same details, Monday at 7 Eastern and Thursday at 7 Eastern. So I just want to sum up by saying the product is safe, it works, it's patented, and that it's safe to share and to use, to share with the people that you love. And that by taking it on a regular basis, what William said was very important. You want to take it ideally the same time every morning and the same time every night. When your body really gets that you're going to give it to the body on a regular basis, it will start to release more toxins and you'll heal even faster. Have a fabulous evening, everyone. For those who are interested in the business, in 5 minutes, we're starting a presentation talking just about how to share the product and how to build a business. And this is a training meeting for those people that want to understand the business. This meeting is primarily talking about the product, the efficacy, how it works, the science behind it, the history of it. But in the next hour, we'll be talking about how do you use this wellness trend that's going on in the world? How do you use the fact that everybody seems to have some health concern? How do you use the fact that wellness is a higher item on most people's list these days? How do you capture that market trend and use it to develop some long-term passive residual income for yourself? That's what we'll be talking about at 8. I want to thank everybody for coming. Thank you so much. The meeting was so special. I hope you all found it to be as special as I did. Have a fabulous evening, everybody.